Big day, big moment. Welcome to the Pleasure Playbook. I am so excited. I'm Jenna Miller,
I am Steph Morris.
and we are here to talk about sex, love, relationships, intimacy, all the good stuff, but from a really fun angle and also from an education angle and one that is trauma informed and grounded. We're not just going to be talking about our own dating and sex life, but we're going to talk about ways to enrich your own experience from our sex coach background, and we're going to bring a lot of juice to this platform. And both Steph and I have had our own podcast, but we realize we are better together, so here we are, baby, together.
When two become one, in this instance, it is perfection. Yeah, welcome everyone. We are beyond excited, maybe a little bit turned on about this new project because, yeah, this is just going to be incredible and fun for us and hopefully fun for you all as well, educational and empowering. And we're kicking this off. The Pleasure Playbook has officially begun. Class is in session. Grab your sexy little slutty glasses. Joking. Or maybe I'm not. And grab your notebooks, your notes, whatever, and get ready for some fun. We want to kick this off with an intro to give you a little bit of context about who we are. Why would you listen to anything that we have to share? A little bit of our backgrounds and individual journeys, but in a fun way, because we want you to have fun from the get go and just get to know us and a little bit of spicy ways that we're going to introduce ourselves. So, we're not going to start with our story. That is a bit of a yawn fest because at this point, you probably just don't really care. So, let's start with some rapid fire questions. Sexy edition, of course, because this is the Pleasure Playbook. This is the place where nothing is off limits, truly unfiltered. And essentially, this is mine and Jenna's daily or regular conversations that we have about sex, love, intimacy, all the taboo topics that we are now just putting microphones to those conversations so you get to listen in because yes, we share and will share a lot of very personal things, but we both have extensive training around female sexuality, relationships, and all of those things in the love, sex, and relationships category. So we're going to share from a very empowered and educational standpoint, which is so important. So let's kick it off with the first question. We're going right in there. Jenna, what's your favorite sex position?
It depends on my energy, but I would say doggy is tried and true. And if I have a little bit more quad energy, it will be reverse cowgirl.
Ooh.
Steph, what is yours?
Again, it depends on energy. Love a good regular cowgirl as my fave. If I'm feeling lazy girl, spoon, because I don't have to do anything, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your favorite sex toy?
The cervix serpent from Yoni
Say.
Pleasure Palace. Yeah, I knew we were
Same.
gonna.
It's the only if anyone that knows me, they know I'm fucking obsessed. And all I only get things from Yoni Pleasure Palace these days. Same. Favorite lube.
It's called Subtle. It's a Canadian brand, and it is a more natural. It's called Subtle, Sutil by Hathor, and it's a Canadian brand. It is incredible.
Okay. I need to
Water
try
based,
this.
condom safe, silicone toy safe. It is
Ooh.
doesn't make me itchy. No UTIs, no BV. It's really good.
Okay. I need to try this. I'm an oil kind of girl, but obviously only without using that with condoms for safety reasons. I love Woo Play, the coconut based oil, and also Province Apothecary, their sex oil. Perfection. Love it.
I love the sex oil for massage, like breast massage, penis massage, yoni massage. If we're doing penetrative sex, your girl loves a condom.
Fair. Yeah, it's very necessary. I do too. Safety first, people, but we're just putting them out there. What is your favorite ingredients for sensual intimacy?
I don't know if this counts, but a clean room.
Mm, that definitely counts.
A clean space turns me so on. I
Oh,
am horny by a clean environment.
I love it. So important. Mine is obviously lighting. I feel like I'm the queen of the vibe. Whenever I have guys around to my space, everyone says, I make it sound like there's a lot. Maybe there isn't. You're never going to know. The common theme is, wow, your place is such a vibe. So sexy. Candles are on. There's no overhead lights. They are disgusting. And beautiful galaxy lights, purple lights vibe, and music playing and incense. But most important for those is lighting paired with music for me.
Mm,
I'm instantly turned on.
love it.
What? Oh, next question. I was going to ask, I was trying to jump ahead there. How many times have you been in love?
I think 5.
Oh, that heart has been giving and receiving. I love it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Truly in love, in relationships, a little bit less like that than that in long-term relationships, but with a strong love sensation, an experience of love, and unrequited love, 5.
Oh, my heart bursts. I love being in love so much, and I love seeing other people's love. Oh, I love. I have been in love twice. What is the physical trait you're most attracted to?
Teeth. A good teeth to me,
Wow.
like a beautiful mouth and good oral hygiene just gets me going.
Okay. Wow. Wasn't expecting that one. That's fair. It's
Yeah.
definitely necessary.
My mom
Um,
says always says that if you have doesn't no matter how ugly you are, if you have good oral hygiene, you can get laid. And I
we thanks, mum. We love it. What words of wisdom from the mother?
and I think, "Yes, mom."
Here for it. Yeah, that's amazing. Good teeth. We do love good teeth. Definitely not my number one though. For me, arms. If
Yeah.
you have got nice, big, juicy arms, I'm turned on immediately and I want to grab them and bite them.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
hands.
hands, yes, but for me, it's the arms. You can have a face of a 4. If you've got good arms, you're up to an 8 in my book.
I'd have to agree, yes.
Kill, marry, and fuck about fingers, tongue, and cock.
Oof. Marry cock, fuck fingers, kill tongue. I know that's shocking, but
Wow. Oh my gosh.
what are
Okay.
you?
Oh, it's so hard. I think I would oh, it's a hard one, but I actually think I would fuck fingers.
Okay.
I think I would marry tongue. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Can I kill cock? I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It doesn't do it like the others.
it
It
does. That's the
yeah,
thing. You know that I love cock in
yeah,
so many ways. I like to say it a lot. As long as it's a good one and attached to a good person. But the tongues and the fingers, they're so versatile. There's so many things they can do. There's so many areas they can go. The cock can't get the nipple action like I like it.
right.
So that is my reason. It really pains me to say that though. What is your biggest fear?
I think losing my parents is truly my biggest fear.
That is exactly mine also. Losing
Yeah.
my parents and or somebody really close to me, for sure. What are you loving right now?
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I don't know if I have an answer at the tip of my tongue. Sabrina Carpenter. I had a dream I had sex with her 2 nights ago.
Oh my god, I fucking love it. That's epic. Was it good?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually came in my dream.
Wait, you actually had a
Had an
dream
orgasm.
orgasm?
Yeah.
No. How
Yeah.
do you know?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Is that a regular thing for
Well,
you?
so okay, so sometimes I don't know if this has happened to you, we can talk it through, but so if you're, like, coming in a dream or you do you have sex dreams? Do you
Yeah.
dream?
Yeah, I have a lot of dreams, yeah.
So oftentimes if I'm having a sex dream, it's like I'm almost about to come, but then I don't come,
Mhm.
and that's what I wake up and I'm like, "Oh, I, like, need to get off." That's how it'll end.
Yeah.
But in this dream, I remember being like, "Oh my god, I came." And then I woke up being like, "Oh, I'm satisfied." Whereas sometimes when I wake
Wow.
up from a dream, like a sex dream like that, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta rub my clit."
Wow. That's amazing. Go Sabrina.
Yeah.
She's got skills in the dream. I love that. I don't know that I've had an orgasm in the dream, but maybe we'll add it to the goals list.
Yeah, love that for you.
What oh, did I answer? No. What am I
No.
loving right now? Honestly, myself is the first thing that comes to my mind. Having 8 days into living in my new like dream 2-bedroom apartment with my 2 dogs. And it was a journey to get here. And honestly, I'm just feeling settled as of yesterday. And I'm so fucking proud of myself that I created this. So I'm loving myself and I'm ready to like wifey myself and romance myself. That's really the phase that I'm in. So I'm 11 on me.
That's an
What?
incredible answer. Just wanna
Thank
celebrate that.
you. Thank you. What is a desire that you have?
I desire that. I desire to have my own place, my own two-bedroom place where I can work and play and be in my own energy and nurture myself in the privacy and the capacity of, like, my own bubble.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Holding that vision for you. It's on its
Yes,
way.
on
I
this
love
way.
it.
Yeah, what about you?
I desire two things, but the most important one for me is impact and connection with a lot of women. Truly, I feel like my burning desire and fire for my business is back after having a pause on the growth of that over the last year. And I just feel it's been a journey the last year, and many times I've questioned, is this what I want to be doing? And the answer is always 100% yes, because I know how powerful this work is that we're doing. So I literally feel like this fire is gone from a raging fire down to an ember back to this fire that is being stoked. And I just want to share this work, this journey of reclamation of women's sexuality and pleasure and their power with as many women as possible, because we know how transformational it is and how incredible life can really become for so many. So yeah, that's probably my biggest desire. The second desire is to be in love and to have an incredible relationship that is very sexy and
Yeah.
also safe. But that desire is like a life desire, and I'm not really in any rush to call that in. It will be when it will be. Right now, it's business and impact. Okay, last couple of questions. Describe yourself as a lover in 3 words.
Devoted, playful. I wanna say loving, but I feel like devoted covers that. Passionate,
Ooh, I love that.
or maybe flexible.
What?
You?
Love it. Oh my god. The first thing that came to mind was dirty little slut, but with that one, those are not actually my words. But I love that. I love it. I also love, by the way, the word devotion. That's a theme. Like that's the focus for me over these next few months is devotion in all ways. So I love that.
Beautiful.
Me, I would say fun. I definitely feel like fun. Gosh, this is actually hard. The other word, which I shared this with you yesterday, is sloppy, which is not a great one. Just sloppy in a good way, according to my partners. But that's also, let's not use that word. Fun?
I bet there's a better description word for what
Yeah.
you're trying to say. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Lubricated.
Yeah.
Cock clubbing. Let's say fun. I would say there was another word. What did I just say it?
No, you said sloppy.
Sexy. No, slutty. Um, and also sweet. This is actually what I've been told is I definitely have the mix of being fun and then having a real sweetness, but then having a very,
Edge.
yeah, for sure. Actually, open minded as well.
Love that.
And there's one more. This isn't 3. Not devoted, but worship. I will worship the person I'm with. And that's the energy that I am available for. And that's what I desire. We got there from the messy first answers, and people are probably like, what the fuck is she on about? Final question. I want to throw this one in because on Saturday night, I was hanging out with 2 of my best girlfriends who are not in this world. And I was like, let's for a Saturday fun activity, aside from getting out the whip and whipping one of them, which was very fun. I was like, let's do sex bucket lists because we're all single. One friend just recently single. I was like, let's create sex bucket lists. So I want to know what's one thing on your sex bucket list?
I've never been to a sex party or a sex club, and I really would love to go.
Me too. When are we going?
This fall?
We said that last year.
I know. I know, life goes by so fast. Okay, let's make it
So fast.
happen.
Okay, can we please? Let's do
Mhm.
that. So that me too. And then my other one is a big one is a throatgasm,
Yes.
which we can explain that in another. Did we talk about that already? We might have we talked about this? We'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's coming in another episode.
It's coming. There we go. Okay, let's get into it. Who are you? How did you get here? Tell us a little bit about yourself. The floor is yours, Jenna Miller.
Oh, I love it, love it. If you are trying to put a face to our names, Steph is the British one in black and with the brown hair on the photo, and I am the blonde one in white in the photo because I love a face to a name, okay? That just helps me. If you're not watching this in a video format and you're looking at it on just your car CarPlay, I just wanted to give that context.
And also, just why you're not following us on Instagram and seeing our beautiful faces every day?
Yeah, come over there.
That too.
Okay, so Jenna, how did I get to this? So I grew up with a dad as a doctor and a mom as a spiritual mentor. So my mom did tarot card readings and was basically the neighborhood Long Island medium or witch. And my dad is a medical doctor, very anatomy focused, brilliant man, but very scholarly. And so this is the framework for me. I'm grounded in science, and I've got this really beautiful ethereal connection to the divine with my mom. And that combo led to some wild dinner party conversations. So we'd be having dinner, be eating my chicken nuggets. We'd be asking about butt plugs or like what that was because we had seen something on the interwebs or on TV. And then all of a sudden we'd be talking about reincarnation. And so I feel like now that I'm in sacred sexuality, all of that makes so much sense. I
Mm.
have such a sex ed background and I love education and I love to support people with actually the tools and the skills to get to what they want in their sex life. But then this beautiful connection to mindfulness and spirituality that deepens the connection. And we bring in Tantra and the sacred sexuality layers to really create more depth and devotion, worship, love, and nourishment in sexual dynamics. So yeah, I grew up with this open household. I became the go-to girl in the schoolyard for questions like, I'm having this happen with my body. Is this normal? Or my vagina smells this way. Is this okay? Or like, how do you do a blowjob? Or what happens with a hand job? Because my parents were so open with me and we had beautiful communication, I knew more than the average kid on the playground. And I went to university and I thought I would do a traditional sex therapist role and I started in psychology. And it ultimately just wasn't the path for me. But after I finished my degree in sociology and psychology, was one day just studying at my parents and my mom sent me this Facebook message about a Tantra 101 course. And I clicked into it and it was like my whole system lit up. I was
Mm.
like, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I wanted to bridge these two worlds. And here is the exact path that I feel so called towards. So when I started studying independently, like self-study with tantra and sacred sexuality, I was like, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. During that time, I was also struggling with my own relationship to my sexuality. I had a really hard time having an orgasm. I had a really hard time feeling grounded in my body, and I felt like my body was broken. So it brought this even more of a pull towards wanting to explore sex therapy and just how to better your sex experience because I felt so frustrated in mine. And ultimately, I used the tools within sacred sexuality to heal from that and to achieve orgasm and to achieve more pleasure and playfulness in my sex life. And haven't looked back since. There I am. Here I am. Here we roar.
Here you are. Grateful for you and the journey that you've been on, and ultimately grateful for your parents as well for creating that openness and hilarious conversations for you
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah, they're legends.
True legends. I
What
love
about
it.
you?
Very different journey. I am British, grew up in a very closed off culture, shall we say, where sex was not talked about. This was not the destined path for me. And if you told me of 10 years ago that this is the work that I would be doing, there's absolutely no way I would have believed you. And the people around me also probably would not believe you. I, yeah, I just grew up pretty closed off and disconnected from my body, closed off heart, and had this attitude my whole life of being hyper independent. Like, I don't need anyone. I'm all good. I don't really care about what anyone else thinks about me. And it really wasn't true. I have always been a very deep feeler, but on the inside, I never was able to express my emotions outwardly. So I could be really upset, but you wouldn't know because I'd be like locked away by myself in my room without telling anyone. And that's the approach that I took into relationships and my life in general. Everybody always thought I was fine, but really, you don't know. You didn't know what was going on with me. And I just went on this journey of trying to, in hindsight, in reflection, it's trying to discover who I was and discover my worth through work. So many burnouts I have experienced, ended up in hospital one time because of burnout. I had a seizure and the hospital bill was $12,000. They thought I had epilepsy, and it was like the most stressful 2 months of my life because I had to get all these brain tests and see all these like neuro sturgeons and all of these crazy things. And it literally turned out that I had self inflicted burnout. So, yeah, that was like the journey. And it wasn't until I got to a point in life where I was really ready to move into this next phase. And the kicker for me was in my past relationship, things just weren't moving forwards in the way that we wanted. And it was at this point of either we figure this out together, we'd become more like roommates, had lost chemistry, like lost the sexual attraction, and were best friends and working together. And I was step parent to two kids. So we're doing all of these things together, but there was really no sexiness. There was no eros between us. And I was like, okay, what can I do to take responsibility for my part? And one thing led to another. I went on a retreat in Costa Rica, and that was really the door that opened everything to me, which is why I'm so passionate about Costa Rica retreats, because they were the gateway for the whole transformation for me. So I went on this journey, ended up hiring a sex coach, which was a huge deal, paying thousands of dollars, and working one on one with this incredible woman. And it just changed me. And within a month and a half of doing that coaching, I was like, whoa, I'm a different person. I want to share this with other women, but I know I've got a long way to go with my own journey. So I was previously the shy girl that wanted to be invisible, that had big dreams. I've always had this desire to have my own business, and I've always followed my heart, which has led me to move to the other side of the world. But I didn't have that confidence in myself to really go after my dreams out in the work world, and had so many doubts and just lacked this worthiness. And then through the journey of embracing my sexuality, I came home to myself. I found peace with my body. I fell in love with myself as a woman, with every part of my personality and my expression and my body. Yes, I still will have challenges sometimes, but truly I feel peace, and I feel like I know who I am. I love who I am, and no one or nothing can get in the way of my goals and the vision that I have for my life. And anyone who knows me knows I'm very devoted to myself, and I have really strong boundaries in putting myself first. And when I have a vision, I'm fucking going for it. And that is a very big vision that I have for my life. And I'm so connected with my sexuality. And that has just allowed me to feel like I'm drinking from this juicy, the nectar of life every single day. Even when I've experienced challenges and the deepest heartbreak of my life, I've felt this connection to myself and felt like I'm being supported and guided. And just, I feel like I'm here to live a big life. And I feel like I'm here to help other people live a big and bold and pleasurable and sexy and incredible life where we no longer settle. And I wouldn't be able to do this work if I hadn't explored my own sexuality, and really going from so much shame that I couldn't even look at my naked body in the mirror, to now I'll be naked around in a room of 100 women. I don't care. There's no shame. I had so much shame around self pleasure. I used to have really low libido. Now I'm like a horny little rabbit. I love sex. I am so turned on. I just have that connection to myself. And it's not even for me about the pleasure and the juiciness of life. That's just the cherry on top. But really, it's that being connected to my power. Nothing feels better than that, truly. And now I can go after, and I am going after everything I want. So long story short, that is the journey, and it really has been a huge transformation for me. Huge. And that's what makes me so excited with women I get to work with when they're sharing things with me. I'm like, look, if I can be sharing this work, like, there's hope. There really is hope for everyone. So that's me. That's my short journey.
I'm celebrating you so big because, yeah, I just love your story and I love the pathway that you've been on to find yourself on your 2 feet today. It's just so
Mm,
inspiring, and I didn't know that part about the seizure, so that is wild. That
mm.
degree of burnout, I didn't know was part of your path.
Yeah, that was 2017, so it was a long, long time ago, but it wasn't a thing. You have a blip like that, sometimes it serves as a wake-up call,
Mm.
and either you listen to it and you make change, or you don't, and you repeat the same patterns. And that was like a prime example of me repeating the same patterns. Like that, your body keeps a score. And if you don't listen to the signals your body is telling you, maybe because you can't hear them, because I could not hear the signals my body was telling me at all, because I was drinking a lot. I wasn't sleeping that much. I was going to the gym a lot. I wasn't eating well. There was so much noise in my body, and I didn't know what it meant to be in the mind versus being living in the body. So my body literally completely shut down. And yeah, I paused for a couple of months, but then I got right back into the same habits because I didn't get to that really like root cause of why am I living in this way? And I didn't even think I was living an unhealthy lifestyle. That's the crazy thing. But yeah, until years later, until I finally had another wake up call, which served as the retreat. So yeah, it was pretty scary. Scary times, expensive, very expensive. I didn't have insurance living in the US. So yeah, it was $12,000, which is not worth it. There's a lot of things you could be doing with that money, and my body, my poor body. But part of the story now. Grateful
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Powerful.
All right. What's next? The questions?
Yeah, let's jump into it and
Us being so concise.
cap it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like we got to the juicy parts, like,
I do
of both of
too.
our stories.
Is there anything else we want to share about like our hope or our desire or our invitation for people with this?
Mhm. With the podcast
Yeah.
specifically? Yeah. I think that sex education is so shitty in so many places in the world, if not most places in the world, that I want this to be a platform where you can come and have and hear from two people who are educated in the space of sex, and also to hear two people who are willing to share their own personal experiences and the fumbles and the awkwardness of sex and intimacy in relationships, and also the triumphs and the celebrations. Both Steph and I are not afraid to celebrate ourselves and to celebrate each other and to brag for the things that we are and the things that we do and the things that we be in the world. And also, we're not afraid to shy away from difficult conversations of this is the crunchy thing I'm moving through, or this is the heartbreak, and this is the hard part that I want to share with you. So I hope that this is a place where you feel like you can seek the comfort and the camaraderie and the sisterhood in our storytelling and our shares, and also the education that you so deeply deserve to have the type of sex, the type of relationships that you've always dreamed about having. That's what's coming to mind for me. What about you?
Mm, I completely second that. And for me, I think why this is so important is there's so much noise out there now with social media. We're constantly bombarded with messages and with different people's opinions and perspectives. And what we can do as humans is we see something from someone we trust online and we take that as gospel and we take that as truth. And that is never going to work when it comes to us as humans, as women, when it comes to intimacy and relationships and our health and our body. And so while there's things we're going to be sharing, we always will be inviting you into perspectives. We will always be sharing things with you that maybe, yeah, sometimes there are pieces of advice, and we want you to run it through the lens of your own body so that you get to decide. And I think the important thing here is discern whether it feels truth for you, whether it feels right for you. Don't take what we say just because we're educated in this and we've got some life experience. Don't take what we say as right or wrong, or Jenna did it this way, so I have to. That's There is no one size fits all for life. And I think that's the biggest mistake people are making is they see something, they take it, and then it doesn't work for them. And when it comes to life, the best thing you can do is figure out who you are, figure out what your intuition is saying, that connection with your heart and your body, so you can use that to direct your life. So you can use this body and this heart and this incredible, wise vessel that you have to guide you in this life. That's how you can feel this ease and pleasure and create an amazing life that's in alignment with you. And everyone is different. And there's so many ways to do life. There's so many ways to do sex. There's so many ways to do relationships. And you get to figure out what is right for you. And when we can remove shame from the conversation and have these really open and honest and raw conversations, maybe you can start to see, ooh, do I actually believe this about myself or about sex or about relationships and love? Or is that conditioning and programming that I've received? So that's really my desire and invitation for everyone listening is start to question everything that you know and everything you think about yourself and all of these topics and really be intentional about the way that you show up in all of these areas moving forward because maybe you'll discover or maybe we'll be able to support you in discovering that something's out of alignment or there's a big desire you have that you haven't really been owning. And if that is the case, that we can help one woman or one person have a discovery or own a desire or release and clear some shame around something, literally have chills in my body, then mission is successful. That truly is what this is about.
Yeah, I love that addition. So I hope to be able to have a listener understand how to better deepen the relationship with self so that they can access that wisdom,
Yeah.
so that they can access their confidence, so that they can access that inner truth for themselves, like what you're describing of like how to point yourself back into you. And I think there is so many dating, relationships, sex, ways of learning out there and podcasts specifically that are grounded in not centering the woman's pleasure, grounded in manipulation tactics, or grounded in like it being about the other person.
Mm.
And I think our approach here and what we always invite each other into is how to come back to yourself, how to center what your needs are and how to nourish yourself and how to make it the best experience for not just our partners and performing and making it this grand circus act for the people we have sex with, but how do we make it the best circus act for our own pleasure and our own
Mm.
orgasm and our own joy? To not just feel that in the bedroom, but to feel that pulse in all the other areas of your life. Like you said, your work, your devotion to your home, your devotion to your body, your fitness, your health, your vitality, all of
Mm.
those. So I'm excited.
I am too. It's all connected at the end of the day. If we can help you see that your sexuality, your connection to your sexual energy, your sexual power, your sex life, your relationship, it's all so connected and you can't separate one from the other. You can't compartmentalize and say, I'm having shit sex, but it's okay because, it's just one area of my life and it's not that big of a deal to me. It is a big deal. And we get to dive into these areas and create healing and transformation in every area, which is what I think is so cool about this work. And truly, once you dive into shame and start to have these open conversations, it really, like, I on a regular basis will think, why was there ever shame around this? Like, my body can't even remember the level of shame that I once had around these topics because it's so natural and easy and fun and playful for me to talk about now. And that is a celebration in itself. And that's what I would hope and excited to share with all of you.
Yeah, amazing.
All right, we're going to end it off with some would you rather questions. A little bit of fun. Are you ready, Jenna?
I am ready.
Would you rather to only be able to have sex outside of the bedroom or only in the bedroom forever?
I'm gonna say outside.
Oh,
Yeah, I think because you just limit yourself so much, but you could find other comfortable bedroom-like spaces within a home.
yeah. So, what room would you pick if you could pick one room?
A living room came to mind, a
Hmm.
sofa.
Yeah.
But then I also wanna be able to, like, have sex on the beach or have sex on a
Sandy situation.
yeah, in a car. I wanna be able to have
Yeah.
sex I'm thinking, like, on a daybed on the beach, like a
Okay. Not
cabana.
down in the sun. Have you ever had sex on the beach?
Have I ever had sex on a beach? I haven't had penetrative sex on the beach. I've
Mm.
had what some people would classify as foreplay on the beach,
Mm. Okay. I
which I
love it.
still think is sex, but anyway,
Yeah.
there's discernment there. You?
Yeah. I believe so. How I can't fully remember. This probably speaks to 18, 19-year-old Steph,
Yeah.
who I think 19-year-old Steph specifically, who was in Thailand, Southeast Asia, traveling for 6 weeks in my
Yeah.
university break. And if you've been to Thailand, especially like full moon parties, I was drinking a lot of buckets, if you know what that means.
Yeah.
The most disgusting, hideous, toxic form of cheap alcohol there is. Many buckets were consumed. So The memories are all a little bit hazy, but we know full moon, the moon was out, this wild woman was out, but not in an embodied way back then. So yes is the answer. Couldn't tell you details. So let's just being real. Would you rather marry your ex or marry the last person you had sex with?
Marry the last person I had sex with. You?
Ah, that's cute because you're in a relationship. I saw this question. I did marry my ex, so I guess we'll go with that one.
Yeah. It's
But
one and the same for you.
the last person I had sex with was a great guy, I think. That sounds weird, but
You
definitely
don't, yeah, I just didn't know him to the
don't know
full
him well.
extent.
Exactly. Would you rather never use a dildo again or never use a vibrator again? Mouth is wide open, jaw is on the floor.
Oh my
This is
god.
easy for me.
I'm gonna say, and oh my god, I use both in such different ways that it's so hard to choose. But I think I'm gonna say dildo.
You'd never use a dildo again. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's opposite. Mine is a very easy. I'd rather never use a vibrator again. I'm not big on the vibes.
Sure, yeah.
I love them, but for me it's just a different yeah, it's just a different satisfaction and fulfillment level that comes with a good old glass
Stuffing.
dildo. Yeah. Good old stuffing. We love it. Would
My logic is that I could emulate that with a penis, but I couldn't emulate the vibe with
yeah,
anything else.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Anyway,
Degradation or praise?
praise.
For sure. Praise kink me. Would you rather be tied up or blindfolded?
I'm thinking tied up.
Same. Tie me up, restrain me, pin me down. Would you rather have sex? No, the best sex of your life once or mediocre sex every day?
Only mediocre sex for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Or best sex once? Can I have sex with myself and it's still not mediocre?
I don't know the
Caveat.
rules. I don't know the rules. Let's say you can have good sex with yourself.
Okay.
Let's talk with another person.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna say best sex once.
It's a hard one because I almost think I think back to previous version of me where I had a lot of mediocre sex. I didn't know anything was missing and it was fine. You're like, oh, you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know that you're missing out.
Yeah.
Once you've had that good sex, it's once you've had that good pillow or that good bed and sheets experience,
Yeah.
you can't then go back to
Caught.
a horror yeah, like a springy mattress, like
Sleeping bag.
with like horrible sheets that have never been like starchy sheets. It's like it's awful every day. So I almost think it would be better to have mediocre sex and just not know that you're missing out. To be fair, that's how most people live. But then
But then
missing
to
out.
just have to meet the complete capacity of what you're capable of in your
Yeah.
lifetime is just like, we all should do that, even if
Yeah.
it is just a one and done.
True.
I don't
Yeah.
know, that's a really hard
It is a
question.
hard
I
one.
might change my answer by the end of the day, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're so hard.
I would rather have the best sex of my life at least every month. Continue to explore, continue to deepen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the questions that, oh no, I've got another one. Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather secretly receive oral while you're at your work desk or secretly give your partner oral at their desk? Obviously, this is a bit harder because neither of us work office jobs, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's, like, some consent involved in this that rubs me the wrong way with the other people on the other side of their workday, but if that aside,
yeah,
throw that out the
yeah,
window, we're in a world where that doesn't exist, I think I'd wanna give. I think I'd
yeah,
wanna be under the table.
yeah. Me too. I don't, to me, receiving whilst being in at work or something doesn't turn me on, doesn't float my
Yeah.
boat. But
Yeah.
giving, that would be hot.
I can't divide my brain like that.
No,
If I
neither.
wanna be in a receiver mode, laid back, experiencing bliss, I wanna just be in that. I don't wanna divide my
Same,
attention.
same.
I
Okay,
actually
love.
find it irritating.
I feel you on that one. I think it's quite It's pretty common for women to really we've got to be in that like receiver mode, right? And it's different from men. So typically, but that's not to say all women. I'm sure there is a lot of women who would love that. Okay, I've got one more question for you. Would you rather, oh, this one's hard, be allergic to sex or be allergic to making out? Let's talk penetrative sex.
I love making out,
Me
but I'm
too.
gonna pick making out. I'd rather be allergic to making out than sex. But I love making out. I don't yeah, that's hard,
Yeah.
but I love sex
I
more.
think I would agree because if you were making out and then you couldn't move into because I get so turned on when I have a good make out, that would be
Yeah,
like,
torture.
yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's all we got. All right.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yeah, we have an incredible season lined up for you. So I'm so excited to trickle these episodes to you each week. I hope you let us know what you think when you listen to the episodes. Write us, tell us your takeaways. You can either DM us both on our podcast Instagram or write us individually, or even send us an email at our Gmail account. We want to know what you want and what you want to hear and what would be helpful and supportive to you. If you're like, hey, I've been looking for someone to speak about this topic, let us know.
Mm.
We want to help make this the best experience for you and have fun doing it. So stay tuned. Weekly episodes and Pleasure
Yeah.
Playbook is alive and well.
We are here. We are rolling. And we're excited to bring you everything that you want to hear. And lastly, as a new podcast, it really is helpful when you share. And if you have not and would like to, are open to leaving us a review on the poddy platforms, Spotify and Apple, that would be amazing. And then share this, maybe your challenge, a little invitation for you. Share this with one woman who you think could really benefit from listening in on these conversations. We love you and we will see you in the next week.
Love you. Bye.